Good morning, all. I have just 7 minutes to speak, so we'll be very fast. Let's begin with first slide. As we all know, world is grappling with rising temperatures. We have seen temperature going above 50 degrees, almost in every part and corner of the world. Heat waves are becoming more frequent and are prolonged. So it's a bit a challenge for us how to address the issue of heat waves. And this session is very apt today, which talks about sustainable cooling. So cooling services are very essential for protecting people, preserving food, vaccine efficacy, and ensuring the economic productivity of the country. Air conditioning, which was earlier was a luxury, is now becoming a necessity, and also from health point of view, it is something which is very important, where we need to look at equity in access of cooling to everyone in cities. Currently, air conditioning is only limited to the middle class and upper middle class, but we also need to see how air conditioning is affordable and accessible to the urban poor and the vulnerable communities living in cities. So United Nations came out with this report on extreme heat, and there was a call from United Nations Secretary General, wherein he asked people to come forward for reducing the inequity in access to cooling and also pushing accessible cooling with low carbon and passive cooling and boost the efficiency of cooling technologies. So these were some of the main highlights of this report. There are several reports and publications that are available on UNEP's Cool Coalition website. UNEP has formed two coalitions. One is Cool Coalition, another is Global Cooling, Global Alliance for Building and Construction. So both these coalitions are working together with industry players, academic institutes, private companies, and philanthropic in the field of building energy efficiency and pushing sustainable cooling technologies. I would encourage you to visit to the websites of Cool Coalition, Global ABC, and also read the reports that are published recently. So this is one of the recent report on extreme heat. Do go on our website and have a look at the report. We all know that there are very influential and impactful measures that we can take to avoid the impact of heat waves. For example, India was the first country which came out with India Cooling Action Plan, where we are targeting reducing the cooling demand from 25 to 40%. We are also trying to reduce the use of refrigerant, HFCs, which are harmful to environment by 25 to 30%. And we are also pushing the sustainable cooling technologies and research on cooling through India Cooling Action Plan. But as we all know that we are a big country, there is a lot of coordination required between different departments and ministries, because cooling is cross-cutting across various sectors, not just urban development, but also energy, environment. So the implementation is a bit slow, and that needs to be expedited when we take the implementation of India Cooling Action Plan at city level and at state level. We all know that we are grappling with this vicious circle, wherein the temperatures are rising, the urbanization is happening at a very fast rate. We are experiencing a lot of cooling, active cooling technologies like air conditioners being installed in cities. These air conditioners and rapid urbanization is contributing to the urban heat island effect. The urban heat island effect is again contributing to the rising temperatures. Again, we are going for more air conditioners to get the thermal comfort. So it's a vicious cycle. How to break this vicious cycle? We will have to adopt a very integrated system approach that will provide a win-win solution not only for people but also for GHG emission reductions. So, and what is that integrated system approach is, we will have to look at cooling from all the angles. Like passive cooling is one of the most important strategy which we will need to promote. Passive cooling can be promoted when we are doing urban planning, when we are doing master planning for cities, how we can integrate the nature-based solutions, the green and blue infrastructure, the parks, the trees on the side roads, and open area, how we can make it more green. This should be addressed through the urban planning strategies. We can also bring in a lot of permeable surfaces, sustainable building materials when we are constructing a new infrastructure. We talked about this in yesterday's session on green infrastructure. Second aspect is how we can make our buildings more efficient, more thermally comfortable. There again, how to make the green buildings platinum rated, gold rated buildings, how we can push energy conservation building codes at city level, at state level, how we can provide more opportunities for integrating thermally comfortable housing designs, shading, cool roof, green roofs in buildings. All these are very simple measures, architecture measures which can be integrated and which doesn't cost more than 2% additional cost to the existing building which are constructed. So all these things need to be pushed at the building front. And the last approach is the active cooling side. We all know like active cooling will play a very major role going forward. How we can make the existing technologies, split air conditioners, the VRV systems, more efficient, more powerful, how we can bring in more innovative technologies and the already existing technologies in other countries like district cooling, thermal storage, how they can be brought at city level, how we can create the policy mechanisms, regulatory mechanisms to ensure that all these technologies are adopted at city level, at new area development level, at planning level. So all the three important parts are very essential when we talk about cooling and a sustainable cooling approach. In COP26, we came out with this Beat the Heat guidebook for sustainable cooling, and we presented this approach along with our partners, Mission Innovation and GCOM. And then it was decided to try out the recommendations of this handbook in different countries. And India is one of the countries where we are implementing these solutions which are being proposed under this handbook. So we have a large 5-year program which is supported by different donors, including Denmark, SDC, and GIZ. The program focuses on 3 pillars. One is how we can support policy, regulatory mechanisms to be implemented at state level and city level. We are working with national government and state governments. At national government, we are working with NDMA, how urban heat island effect methodology can be part of the heat action plans that are being prepared at district level and state level. We are working with the Ministry of Housing, how affordable housing under PMAY can integrate the design aspects and thermal comfort aspects, sustainable building materials, and integrate rooftop solar. We are working with ESL on promoting super efficient technologies, cooling as a service model, piloting the district cooling projects. We are also working at state level with Tamil Nadu, Odisha, Maharashtra, supporting the urban development department and the cities in integrating cooling solutions in urban planning and testing the pilot projects on district cooling and cooling as a service models. The most important part I would like to highlight here is until and unless we implement the pilot projects, we will not get the learnings on the ground level, practical challenges that we incur and how to address those challenges. So pilot implementation and access to finance for scaling up the pilots is also equally important. So we are closely working with ADB, World Bank, IFC on how we can scale up the pilots that we are implementing at state level with different city governments. The third part, the private sector, real estate players, the training and capacity building, their awareness on all these solutions, integrating affordable housing designs, integrating the thermally comfortable designs. All these needs lot of training and awareness, capacity building. So we are focusing a lot on training and awareness as well with policymakers, with private sector, with academic institutes. So there are total 5 states where we are working. We have already started work from last 2 years in Odisha, Maharashtra, and Tamil Nadu. In Tamil Nadu, we started with policy and regulatory interventions and developing strategies. In Maharashtra, we started with pilot project implementation in PMAY scheme. And in Odisha also, we started with developing a decarbonization roadmap for the state for building sector, and we are implementing pilot projects there as well. So this is what I had to share with you. I know there is a panel discussion lined up where we have eminent speakers who will address most of the issues related to implementation at state level, at city level, and also the challenges that they are facing. So I'll not touch upon that. So this is a global program where we have all the partners from the international NGOs to academic institutes like CEPT, to the government organizations like Bureau of Energy Efficiency, EESL. We have CEW, ICLE as our partners. From private sector, Tabreed is our very close partner. Carrier is our partner. Danfoss is our partner. So we are working with all the stakeholders, trying to bring them on one platform and to see that the sustainable cooling is prioritized when we are working in cities, and we are ensuring GHG emission reductions and climate action plans are getting implemented at state level. So with this, I'll stop. Thank you very much.